Hello everybody, my name is Ryan Sigelko. I'm the Senior Vice President of Technology for Hardline, based out of Sudbury, Ontario, a nickel capital of the world and a global mining leader. Thank you to the Northern Miner webinar series for having us today so we can showcase our new product, TeleOp Assist. Before we dive a little deeper into what TeleOp Assist is, I'd like to share a little bit of the history of Hardline, who we are, what we do, and give you a little bit of background on the company. So Hardline is a global technology leader for over 25 years in the mining industry. We've been giving products to the industry for that time. We started off though as a service company. We understood that servicing and maintaining equipment in the industry is so important, so that's where we started. But after that, we grew into a company that develops, researches and develops, manufactures, distributes, and installs our equipment all over the world. We have offices in Sudbury, Ontario, which is our headquarters, and our downtown technology center where we're standing in right now, as well as offices in Salt Lake City, Utah, Santiago, Chile, and Lima, Peru. In addition to those offices, we also have distribution in many different parts of the world that service our customers. Soon we'll be joined by Jeff Yoki, our quality supervisor, who's going to give us a little more information about TeleOp Assist and the operator station itself. But first, please take a look at our corporate video.
The global mining industry has challenges they need to solve. Emerging technologies could potentially solve those challenges that the mining companies have.
If we look around the world, deeper mines are developing all over the place, right? So technology is going to bring us the capacity to operate without having to expose, personnel to difficult situations.
Keeping a very strong bond between industry and academia ensure that the courses that we offer are relevant. It also means that graduate students that we produce from our department have advanced level of skill in those areas as well.
As mines get deeper and get more complex, and as the machinery gets more complex, our technology allows them to be automated.
We have a huge supply of talent. We have leading academic institutions. We have engaged government that supports and cares about the future of the mining industry. Think of how Hardline is redefining what it means to have a job in the mining industry.
It's going to make it more efficient. It's going to make the industry more competitive, particularly the Canadian industry, which is where all these things are happening first.
I would say we could get at least 15 to 20% per shift if we can have that operator work in between while we're doing the gas clearing.
Opening up distributorship and partners in different parts of the world, being able to bring our product to everyone is really the goal moving forward.
You tackle issues with technology, you solve them, and you create value out of it. And that gives us the opportunity to be very comfortable and productive with the same amount of training involved. That's key for us.
Now, in order to fully grasp TeleOp Assist, which is our newest product we're rolling out, I'd like to walk you through some of the features and benefits of TeleOp, which TeleOp Assist is an add-on to. TeleOp is a remote control system that allows us to remove operators from the environment where the machine is running and locate them virtually anywhere. The key drivers for TeleOp is really safety and productivity. From a safety standpoint, there's many environments in which are very dangerous for operators to be in, whether it be underground mining, surface mining, or even other markets. With TeleOp, we can take that operator completely removed from the machine, but also removed from the environment that they're in. So in an underground mine, for instance, we could have machines that are running underground, whether it be, again, drills or locomotives or loaders or trucks, and move that operator to a surface-controlled environment where all the dangers and the environmental factors that the operator would normally be in, that now they're removed from that, sitting in a comfortable office on surface, similar to what we see here behind me. From a productivity standpoint, there's many applications where there's a lot of lost time between shifts changes or travel time to the machine in, again, both any industry. In an underground mine, the time between shifts or the time after a blast is typically lost production. With TeleOp, an operator sitting on surface can take control of machines, run them during the shift change, and actually get back that productivity that was once lost. Again, adding rock breakers, trucks, and drills or whatever other pieces of machinery are in that cycle, we can actually get back a lot of productivity by using the TeleOp system. One added benefit to that, which is a key part of both safety and productivity, we found a work-life balance addition by having TeleOp, where operators can be housed far away from the site, where fly-in sites or long travel sites are able to actually have people in urban centers and being able to operate that machine from any city. For instance, over the years, we've had our machine here based in Sudbury, near Sudbury, Ontario, and we've been able to run that machine through TeleOp from Vancouver, Las Vegas, Toronto, Montreal, all the way even down to Australia, where an operator is sitting in Australia and we're able to operate that machine in Sudbury, Ontario. And just for a little bit of context on some of the distances, from Sudbury here to Las Vegas is about 3,700 kilometers. Beyond that, even to Australia, having an operator in Australia running a machine here in Sudbury is around just approaching 18,000 kilometers. So aside, even from those impressive distances that we can achieve with TeleOp and all the features and benefits that we have, it can be installed on virtually any machine, any make, any type, any model, any year. Over the years, we've installed these on loaders, trucks, locomotives, rock breakers, drills, bulldozers, excavators, shovels, and many, many more. An important feature of TeleOp is also our ability to connect GPIO devices, or general purpose input and output devices. Many times in a teleoperated or remotely controlled environment, there's other devices, auxiliary devices that we need to control, such as water sprayers, or overpass doors, or gates, or even ventilation for the area. All of these things are required to operate, if you want to operate a remotely controlled machine. So from the TeleOp operator station, we can actually connect to our GPIO devices, operate these from the operator station, and even work in scripts. If it's required to run certain devices upon certain triggers, those can all be programmed into the TeleOp station. Two other add-ons to TeleOp that we currently have are TeleOp Multi and TeleOp Auto. To start with TeleOp Multi, so as an add-on to the TeleOp system, Multi allows operators to select which vehicle they want to control from the touchscreen interface. The beauty of TeleOp Multi is, again, that it can be installed on any machine, any make, any model, and any type of vehicle. We see from one operator station now, operators that are running a truck or an LHD and switching or transitioning to a drill, it can easily be done as most of the functions are done through the touchscreen interface and it's fully dynamic. As an operator selects one vehicle, all the controls, the video feeds, the information, the telemetry from the vehicle, all that changes automatically to the vehicle that they've selected with no other work from the operator whatsoever. And that brings us to TeleOp Auto. So with the addition of Auto to TeleOp, many of the functions of the machine can be fully automated with very little operation from the user required. These would include driving functions, and in some applications, even loading and dumping of those are fully automated as well. It's currently available for underground LHDs, haul trucks, and locomotives. And what we see here is a simulation environment that this vehicle is running, where it's driving between a loading cycle and a dumping area, and it's following this driving path fully automatically, where it loads, gets loaded, drives the path, and then dumps at the other side. Many of the functions and features of the autonomous system are customizable, including the speeds that the vehicle is allowed to travel at in different areas, as well as all the parameters of the loading and unloading cycles. So now we've heard TeleOp, TeleOp Multi, and Auto, but the product we're really excited to share with you today for this presentation is the newest addition, TeleOp Assist. With the addition of Assist to TeleOp, it allows us to have increased machine speeds, reduced damage to equipment, reduced operator fatigue, and increased production. With Assist, any LHD can be set up to semi-autonomously drive the tunnel. So rather than the operator needing to do steering functions, the operator is in control of the speed and the braking of the vehicle, but all steering functions are done by the Assist system itself. A little bit later, Jeff is going to show us the functionality in the operator station itself and get in a little more detail with that. But the operator, because they're not in charge of the steering function of the vehicle, reduced damage is one of the benefits. Any underground TeleOp LHD can now be upgraded with the Assist Edition, which will allow us to take control of the steering functions while leaving the operator in control of the speed and braking functions of the vehicle. Because the system is now in control of all the steering, and because of the 3D LiDAR technology that we're using on the vehicles, it reduces equipment damage because all the decisions are made with the environment in mind. Assist is a very nice addition to the TeleOp product suite because it requires no previous setup to the area, no pre-scanned areas, no training, no maps to upload. Simply install the system on the LHD, turn it on in the area, and the operator is good to drive. One of the major features of TeleOp Assist is utilization of 3D LiDAR technology. Using 3D LiDARs, we're able to scan a much larger portion of the tunnel, of the drift, and use that information to make decisions better. So changing environments, things like the vehicle driving over rocks or driving in ruts, or even transitioning between flat grade into up ramps or down ramps can be done much better using 3D LiDAR and with the TeleOp Assist system. So for an Assist vehicle, we would add on 2 3D LiDARs to the machine, one on the front and one on the rear of the vehicle. And what this allows us is to get a very good view of the machine, of the area, over the bucket of the LHD, as well as a very good view behind. One of the features that we're excited with the TeleOp Assist is the addition of collision detection, where impending collisions that may be in the area can be detected with the LiDAR and the machine can be brought to a stop because of that. With the addition of TeleOp Assist also brings many other features that are incorporated well into the entire TeleOp product line. One of these, which Jeff will explain a little bit later in more detail, is the addition of cruise control. So now available on TeleOp and Assist-enabled vehicles is cruise control, again allowing for reduced operator fatigue. And the next one is the Takeover Command. With TeleOp, operators can very easily, with the push of a button, take over control from a TeleOp Auto vehicle or now from Assist vehicles. Vehicles can be transitioned from Auto to Assist or from either semi-autonomous or fully autonomous into TeleOp or full control. And this is done, again, with the touch of a button, making it extremely fast, extremely easy, and making it where the operator doesn't need to bring the vehicle to a stop when entering or leaving areas that the semi-autonomous or autonomous functions can be used. So now that we've heard a lot of the features and benefits of TeleOp Assist, what we'd really like to do is show you the functionality. And to do that, Jeff is going to operate the vehicle and demonstrate some of the many features and benefits of TeleOp Assist.
Thanks, Ryan. So now let's do an overview of our control station. We'll talk about the chair. We'll talk a little bit about the interface, the look and feel of it. It's a very user-friendly interface. I'll show you some of my favorite parts. And we're even going to take a machine for a little test drive. At our test mine, about 50 kilometers away from here, we have an LHD there that we've outfitted with our TeleOp Assist system that you've heard a lot about. So we're going to get to see that in action. But first, let's talk a little bit about the controls. This here is a TeleOp control station, and it's a generic control station, meaning it can be used to control any type of machine. All of that is done right from this chair. These same joysticks can be used to control any of those machines. So our interface is very user-friendly. You can see there's a touch screen where the operator controls the machine from, activates certain controls, buttons, and so forth. And then, of course, the TV screen in front of him displays 2 big high-definition camera feeds from the machine as he operates. The chair is very simple. It has a couple of joysticks that are generic. The controls are not specific to any type of machine, because remember, this TeleOp chair can be used to control a variety of different machine types, perhaps an LHD, a truck, a rock breaker. So all of that can be done using these controls. There's also pedals. Depending on the type of machine being used. Some operators prefer to use joysticks to drive the machine. Others prefer pedals. And that's really the beauty of the way we've designed the TeleOp control station. It allows for different operators who have different preferences to be able to use the same chair and control the machine in a way that they feel comfortable. Definitely one of my favorite things about the TeleOp station is the user interface. It's very user-friendly, it's very clean, it's very simple, and we've heard that feedback from a lot of our operators and customers. They love how easy it is to use. I'm going to show you some of the screens, and you'll see as I go through them, we really went for kind of an app sort of feel, something that you might use on your phone or your tablet rather than a computer program kind of feel. So it makes it very, very simple to follow and very quick to learn too for new operators as well. Let's take a look. So this here is the login screen. Now each operator has their own user account. And that's important because, as I mentioned, there's many user preferences that could be tied for each operator depending on what they like to do. So as soon as I log in under Jeff, it loads my preferences. And the machines are going to work the way I like them to work. If a different operator loads it under their username, well, they get their preferences. So the interface starts off very nice, clean, simple. I see other operators are currently working on different machines. So I'm going to start a brand new session for myself. All the machines that are available to me are here. And you'll notice there's many different types. There's rock breakers there, trucks, LHDs. Again, that's because this TeleOp chair is capable of connecting to any of those machine types. So for today, I'm going to pick an LHD. I choose the area that I want to work it in, and then I answer some safety questions just to make sure that everything is good to go. When I'm ready to begin operating, I enter the main form on the touchscreen. I have a few more safety questions, and again, these are questions that can be made unique to each mine site depending on what your protocol is, what you want your operators to do before you begin operating. They can answer those questions. So you'll see the main interface here. Now, as I said, my favorite thing about it is how easy it is to use. The buttons that I need are always there for me. Along the bottom are all the main controls that I would need. Turning my park brake on and off, for example. But you'll see there's a lot of other stuff going on the screen here. So what is all this? We have different tabs that will access all kinds of different settings, but it's stuff that I might not use as often throughout my shift. For example, Ryan talked about our GPIO, our general purpose input-output, that can be used to control a variety of things in the mine, chutes, sprayers, for example. And so this is where I would control all that. Nice, simple, big buttons, easy to see. We have other more extensive troubleshooting tools that allow me to keep an eye on the system. If anything goes wrong, I can go here to see what might be happening. And there's even a help screen that outlines what the controls are. If I were to pick a different machine, you would see this layout changes. It shows me what the buttons, what the joysticks do for that machine. So those are all extra things, troubleshooting tools, little tools that help me if I need them. But when I'm operating, I don't really need that stuff there. I just want the simple stuff. I can get it out of the way. I see my machine. I have my basic controls that I use all the time, and that's it. It makes it nice and easy for me to operate. I can look at what I want to look at, and things that aren't important to me right now are gone, rather than creating a little bit too much clutter on the screen. So I really, really like that about our interface. What you see here is a machine that is equipped with Assist. As I said, we were going to drive our LHD that we have at our NORCAT testing mine. So here it is. It's about 50 kilometers away from us right now, and it is running in Assist. So what you see there with the orange points is the LiDAR on the machine that is bouncing off the surroundings, the walls and the drift. Ryan mentioned that Assist is very easy to implement in your mine, and we kind of see why that is right here. You can see there's not a pre-scan of the entire mine required. We don't need to go in and scan the drift. It's simply the LiDAR on the machine that's the eyes. That's all it needs to be able to drive around. So the implementation is as simple as on the machine itself. So some of the controls that are on the bottom. We have a key on and off, so that's the main run of the machine. Just turning the key switch on and off. We can start our engine. We can release our park brake. And we have our headlight controls here, headlights and taillights. And my personal favorite, our cruise control. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later. When we drive the machine, you'll see how cool that is. On the side here is switching between our fully autonomous system, the Auto, and our semi-autonomous, the Assist system. So you can see when I switch to Auto, I have auto-based options. So these are waypoints that I can go to. You'll see my interface has changed a little bit with driving lines and pre-mapped areas that are in there. So that's available with the Auto package. Again, all from the same chair. It's very simple to switch between the two. When we're in Assist, our interface is a little bit more blank and simple because as we learned, we don't need to pre-map or choose locations. Things are a little bit simpler in Assist. Some other features on the touchscreen, we have an advanced diagnostic tool. So this is our web interface that shows you all the machines connected to the system, all the TeleOp control stations that are connected to the system, all the different levels or work zones that are set up, and it gives you a live status of all of them. So this is a really great, easy way for an operator to see the status of his level. For example, this is the one I'm operating in right now. It shows me the devices in there and whether they're communicating or whether there's a trouble in communication to one over here. So it's a great troubleshooting tool. If someone were to open a barrier and shut down my machine because someone has entered the remote work zone, right away, I would be notified of that. And I would be able to see that in here. I'd know exactly where the issue is. So it's a great way to get back up and running quick should something happen. And it couldn't be more user-friendly and easy to operate. As I said, it's just like using an app on your cell phone or a tablet. You're tapping with your finger to see all the information you need rather than getting a keyboard and a mouse and opening up different windows. And it doesn't work like a computer program. It works like an app. So I just love it. And our customers in the field feel the same way. So now we get to the fun part. We're going to drive a machine and we're going to show you what Assist can do. So right now I'm still here in downtown Sudbury and I'm connected to our LHD, our Ironmine that we have at the NORCAT Test Center. It's about 50 kilometers away from here. So I'm happy that I can be here in the comfort of this office rather than underground. So that's a big plus. So we have our LHD at NORCAT. We rent a drift from NORCAT. We've been using that site at Fukunis for a lot of our research and development, a lot of our testing. It's been awesome to work with the people at NORCAT. There's definitely been a huge help from them in us being able to develop our technology and do what we do. So we're definitely happy to have a test site set up there. So let's give this a try. So here you see our Ironmine underground. We've set up a course for it to tighten up the drift and really put Assist to the test. As you can see, I'm parked at a T-junction. I have a flat wall in front of me, so I either have to go left or right. So what I'm going to do is engage Assist, and I'm going to get Assist to turn right for me. For me to do this on my own would be tricky, but I engage Assist, and all I have to do is push right on the joystick to tell it to take the next right, and we'll see it navigate this turn. And so now we're headed down the drift, and all I have to do is give it throttle. So I'm not steering this machine. Assist is doing all that for me. As you can see from the LiDAR feed on our touchscreen, it's able to keep itself centered in the drift. As an operator, all I have to do is give it throttle, tell it how fast or slow to go, but as far as the turning left and right, articulating, that's all Assist. I can tell you for sure that if I was in control of the machine, there's no way I could go at this speed. I would be crawling through this course. But right now with Assist, I'm literally full throttle, pinned, and it's able to keep me centered very well. So we headed through our course in in forward. Now we're going to head in reverse. You see the reverse camera feed here, and that's the forward view. So we're driving in reverse, and I'm going to engage cruise. Now with cruise control, I can literally take my foot off the pedal, give my foot a rest if I was using that to drive, or I take my hand off the joystick for operators who prefer using the joystick to drive. So I'm able to rest my hand, rest my foot, and assist and cruise are doing all the work for me. Cruise is keeping that throttle maintained, so my machine keeps moving, and assist is keeping it centered, and so my machine keeps steering. So life couldn't get any easier for me as an operator at this point. I can keep full speed down that drift, and I don't have to do anything but watch. So what I'm going to show you right now is another feature of cruise that we think operators are really going to appreciate. My machine is driving in cruise, but when I get to a particularly tough spot like this corner coming up, I can pull back on the joystick to momentarily drop the throttle. Just gives the machine a little bit more time to react, get around that corner, and I let go once I know I've made it, and my machine will pick up speed once again. So what I'd like to show you now is our Takeover Command. And we've got a little bit of a close-up view of the touchscreen just because it illustrates it a little bit better. So I'm driving along in Assist right now. Again, Assist is automatically steering for me. And when I need to take over as an operator, all I have to do is click one button to disengage Assist.
Assist disengaged.
And now I've taken over. I'm in control, full control of the machine. So I can proceed to load or dump the loader. And when it's time for me to back out of the stope, it's as easy as one click again to re-engage the semi-autonomous mode. So I back out.
Assist engaged.
And now Assist is steering for me again. So transitioning between full control to semi-autonomous and back and forth, there's no need for me to slow down, completely stop the machine. There's no need for me to change views on the touchscreen. It's a simple click of the button. In Assist mode,
Assist disengaged.
in full control, back in Assist mode, and so on. So that's been a little overview of our TeleOp control station. You've seen Assist in action. You've seen what an operator sees when they're driving Assist. We've gotten to show you some of the different little features and add-ons that make life so much easier for the operators. And of course, our wonderful user interface. You've seen how user-friendly it is and intuitive.
Thank you, Jeff, for that demonstration and presentation. So that's our TeleOp Assist product. We've been excited to share it with you, and we're excited to bring this product to market now. Thank you to the Northern Miner webinar series for having us as well. If you have any questions, we'll be open to a Q&A in just a moment. But in addition to that, if you want to reach out to us via email, you can do so at info@hard-line.com. You can also reach out to us, and we invite you to follow our social media channels, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube as well. In addition to that, our website, hard-line.com, has information on all of our other product lines that we'd be happy to share with you. Coming up soon in the new year, we have many more products that we'll be excited to show and showcase as the time comes up. But in the meantime, that's it for our presentation today, and now we'll open it up to some questions.